Market insights from Roatan, Honduras. Let's take a look back and see what happened during 2024. So I have a lot of people coming wanting to buy in Roatan, Honduras. The biggest thing people tend to learn really fast is we do not have the type of financing you do in North America, especially the United States of America, where loans are fairly simple to get. We do not have that down here. We are starting to for Honduran citizens, but the bank loans are around that 25%-ish area. So most deals are cash. We are starting cryptocurrency. So everyone that likes to tag those things in the videos, we are starting to do crypto transactions, and we can legally do that. So the market as a whole, we sold about 140 homes last year. So when I say we are a micro economy, we are a micro area, that is exactly what I mean, because I know the Denver metro or Atlanta or wherever you're coming from, Texas, California, your little neighborhood probably has that many houses. All of our island had 140 residential listings sold. Now we have 585 that are on the market. So if that tells you how much we do have and how much is selling. Now the average price point, it was between $330,000 and $399,000, so $300,000 to $400,000 for the average listing in Roatan, Honduras, and that includes both condos and single-family houses. So that's something to think about when you are considering Roatan, and I've got the stats right here. For listings that were over $500,000, we actually had 137 out of a total of 378 that hit the market. Now keep in mind we had 500, let's see, where's that number? 585 that are currently on the market, which means we do have some listings that trickled in from 2023. We added an additional 378 in 2024, and then we had about 140 closings where the average price was between $300,000 and $400,000. And I do get a lot of questions about those listings over $500,000. We actually had almost 100. Let's see, where's my number? So we had 100, where is it? 40, there we go. So we had 40 listings out of the 140 that did sell. 40 of them were over $500,000. So we are getting a lot more. The price point over $1 million. We did have a handful that did go over $1 million, especially in December. We had some that were multi-million dollars. So our median values are a little off for 2024. So if you're coming to Roatan, some things to expect. The average single family home is going to be in the high threes, close to 400, because that also includes condos and single family houses. If you're looking for beachfront, you're probably looking at over $500,000, probably in the 750 to 1 point. Well, the sky's the limit for that, or 3.5 was the highest residential listing that was just a house on the water in 2024, which was, well, right down the street from here. So it was on the west side of the island. So you just have a little bit, well, you get to know what you're looking for. I get a lot of calls in the $200,000 range, and this price point, you can still live in Roatan, Honduras, but you're probably looking at a house that is mid-island. So geographically mid-island, not what we call mid-island because that's still kind of on the west. Geographically mid-island, you can probably find that in the Dixon Cove area, which is right near the ferry terminal and in between the two cruise ship ports. It's a really nice area. It's well, becoming a lot more popular than it used to, and the prices are still fairly good. And then you do have condo options, and we do have a lot of nice condos that are under $200,000. There's not going to be very many single family homes, if at all, under the 200. I have seen some at 299, so they're right at that $300,000 point. But if you are looking under 200,000, you are going to be looking at mid-island, or you do not have an ocean view, or you're on a lower level or something of that nature. These homes can still be wonderful. They work great for rentals, especially long-term rentals, which we do have a shortage of. But I would anticipate if you're under 200, you're going to be looking at a, potentially a 1 to 3 bedroom, and these are going to be small bedrooms. So if you're thinking Texas size, Your entire apartment down here is going to be what you would consider a bedroom. So I would consider it more European or Central America sized versus Texas sized. So you do have a little bit of differences there in terms of little things like finishings and closets, or not having a closet, not having cabinets, things of that nature in those price points under that $200,000 mark. Where you're going to see the most, the 2 and 3 bedroom single family houses with 1.5 to 2 baths is going to be that $300 to $400. Once you get over the 400, the 4 to 5, you're going to start to get a little bit more luxury. You're going to get a 3rd bedroom, or you're going to get an office, or you're going to get a rental unit below where you're at, especially if your house is on stilts. You're going to get like a 1 bedroom, 1 bath condo that you can rent out. We're getting closer to that 400, 450 range, and you're also going to have those sweeping views. So there's lots of things that you can think of, and anything over $500,000, or if you want beachfront, you're probably looking at 750,000 plus. We did have a single family house that did sell in, that I believe it was 375,000. These tend to be one-off, so they do exist, but especially when in all of last year, we sold 140 houses. I think, how many houses did I go through? Not every single one, but I probably went through 75% of the houses that were on the market, if not more, maybe 80-85%, because we still do broker open houses on this beautiful island. So if you do have any questions, I've probably been in a house that you're looking at, so I look for things, the structure and all of these things, and there's probably a reason why it is priced the way that it is. Or if you're looking for that one-off, like there was a beautiful property sold on the beach for $375,000. It was a great deal for the right person, and the seller wanted to sell. So if you ever have any questions, my door is always open.